So the portfolio is up 5% on the day, and I'm on a 3-day green streak. With that being said, I'm going to be recapping some of the trades that were made today. Ended up having one small 3% loss and over 10 plus winners scalping the SPY and SPX. I'm going to be breaking down some of the trade recaps along with and starting off with the breakdown for the SPY. A lot of people are saying that SPY is on track to crash tomorrow into Friday. So I'm going to be breaking down the key price action analysis for both potential ways of the price action heading into tomorrow. Let's get straight into it. Make sure you subscribe and smash that like button. So first things first, we're going to go over the new updated price action analysis on the SPY, and this is what you need to understand heading into tomorrow. So how does this chart look? This chart looks super fucking bearish. This is now the third day where we failed to really break above that 378.30 and react as a support level. And this is a very bearish candlestick. This is a very bearish candlestick. It's been sitting towards the top of this key resistance with a very nice downside new potential, 52-week low potential within time, and you got a gap to fill below. So I'm just going to be very blunt about it. It looks super fucking bearish. With that being said, let's go over the key price action analysis. So in terms of tomorrow, this is what I really want you to understand. We're going to be taking a close look here at the 10-day, 30-minute, and this is going to be the key make it or break it level for tomorrow. So for the bulls to have a chance, for them to even have a chance tomorrow, they need to push above 373.20, and they need to quickly turn 374 into support. If they cannot turn 374 into support tomorrow, SPY is going to fall off a fucking cliff. So basically, if this cannot break out and turn 374 into support, it's going to be game over for the bulls, and it's going to be a super bearish overall day. Now, in terms of bearish price action analysis, for the bears to show true strength, they need to turn the previous closing price, Thursday's closing price, 373.20, into resistance. That's what needs to occur. If not, then it needs to stay below 374. If it breaks above 374, and if that can turn into support, overall, the bulls will try to take control. But I don't think the bulls can be fully in control unless they could turn 375 into support. If they could turn 375 into support and break above that, then they could really start to take some control. But as long as we're under this 374, and if bears are pushing below this 373.20 level, this will be a super bearish day. Now, some patterns and some trend awareness that I do want to point out in terms of SPY. If you look at how it reacted, you have this bearish candlestick right here, and it's nearly identical at the same price, right? And it's been sitting at the top of that resistance for 3 days straight, failing to turn it into support. And what happened the next day? The next day, SPY ended up gapping down. And guess what? This was on a Friday. This candlestick right here formed on a Thursday. This candlestick today formed on a Thursday. It's at the same resistance level. It's been struggling to break out. And as you could see, on Friday, it opened up with a gap down and it got absolutely crushed. And then there was a recovery. There was a recovery where this bottomed out at 363 and then it ended up ripping back to 368. So here's the theory. If we gap down, it's going to sell off hard, likely at open. And then there's probably going to be some sort of recovery where the call options are going to print towards the close, into the close, when they're super fucking cheap. And, the theta decay has whacked them. And, SPY has been getting slaughtered with the gap down and, the continued downtrend throughout the morning to midday, right? So that's my potential theory on this play. And that's what I'm going to be keeping a lot of awareness on. If we do gap down, I will be interested in playing put options early to midday. And then I will look for call opportunities because I do think there will be some sort of potential recovery into the middle to the end of the day if we do gap down, right? So that's what I want to bring awareness to in terms of pattern recognition and in terms of what it is that I'm seeing heading into tomorrow. Now, let's get into some of the, let's just talk quick bullish theory here. So in terms of bullish theory, I have no reason to be bullish for tomorrow. In terms of key levels, if this does break above 374, it's going to try to flip bullish. It will go to 375.50. If it breaks above that, then the next level is 377. That'd be the next resistance level. So in terms of your best levels for puts, especially if we gap down, 374 and 373.20 if it reacts as a resistance and is struggling to break down. that's where I think we're at. That's my thoughts and price action analysis for Friday. This should do extremely well. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to absolutely crush it. My trading was on point. The win rate was over 95% today. Spot on callouts. It's something you just had to be there. You had to be there within Trader Society to truly witness it. Now, in terms of some trade recaps that I'm going to do here straight off the dome, I'm going to point out some key patterns in terms of pattern recognition and in terms of some things that I recognized, right? So let's go over this pattern right here. You have this green candlestick right here, this nice top wick at resistance, this 376 resistance level, and then the SPY follows up with an overall downtrend for the next hour. And then you could see right here, you have that same exact move. You have these, two candlesticks, looks very similar to this one, towards this key resistance. So if that pattern repeats itself, the SPY should be following up with some downside. And that is exactly what occurred. And then you can see you have the same pattern right here, these three candles. What happens on the next one? It sells off. These three candles. What happens on the next one? It sells off. Do you see that pattern of history repeating itself? So I took advantage of put options towards the highs of those 30 minutes candles. Very good timing, very good overall entries and exits. And then in terms of, some crazy plays, I had a really crazy play on SPX into the close. So one thing that I would recommend for beginners is, if you have a small account, look to trade SPX instead of the SPY if you're trading towards the end of the day on same expirations, because the prints will be a lot bigger and the contracts will be overall cheap as well. Now, if you have a small account and you are trading during the day, then I would just focus on the SPY and not SPX. So that's one tip that I would give beginners. But yeah, man, I had this crazy trade on puts. I bought calls right here and those calls went up like 40%. I sold into the rip 2 minutes later. No, I bought the calls. It was like right here, I bought calls and then it went up 40%. And then I played puts and the puts went up 100% in a minute. I played puts literally towards the top of the strip. That was a crazy play, man. SPX is an absolute money printer. And I'm telling you, if you have a small account past 2 p.m. on same day expirations, when the contracts are getting cheap, that's when I would look to play SPX. Just know if you're using Webull, they don't let you trade same day expirations past 3 p.m. So you can use that opportunity to open up another broker with Thinkorswim by TD Ameritrade if you do use Webull as well. And if you want to trade the same day expirations. But yeah, I mean, those are just some of the patterns and some of the recaps and some of the trend awareness that I did want to mention. But overall, guys, that's kind of, where it is that I'm at. I'm going to start brainstorming and thinking of new ideas and things that I really want to create and things that I feel excited about in terms of like trading in my business and making content and stuff like that. Because I really don't like the direction in terms of like the channel's growth. And, I do enjoy making these videos, but I want to create more valuable and more entertaining videos as well. I mean, in terms of the YouTube algorithm, it's completely thrown me out. The channel is just not really growing anymore. But with that being said, I am going to be spending a lot of time really figuring out the type of content that I do want to make that is also scalable in a sense and that I really do enjoy doing. I mean, one of the things that I do dislike about these videos is it's preparation before the day, and so much can change the next day, and then there's new updates, and that's where where Trader Society can be very useful to be in to get the updates. But yeah, in terms of like some ideas and stuff like that, you can expect in terms of the near future and things I've been thinking about, some live trading, a lot more like live trading content, live trading footage, more behind the scenes of Trader Society, daily vlogs and stuff like that. Not like flashy lifestyle content, more of like documenting my journey as like, a trader, a business owner, entrepreneur, stuff like that. Just trying to think of new creative ways to make content and stuff like that. Because it does get old doing the same thing over and over again, but I think live trading too as well can help that. So yeah, those are just some things that I wanted to mention. And thank you guys so much for staying to the end of this video. With that being said, that's going to be wrapping up today's lesson. If you do want to be part of Trader Society, I mean, this is going to be the best time to join. I trade best on Fridays. So if you do want to be a part of that, that's the first link down below in the description. Once you join, you get instant lifetime access. With that being said, all the information is explained down below. As soon as you join, you can get started trading with us live tomorrow in the morning. I'm telling you, we got a great team, man. We got some members who are absolutely crushing it. And it's also entertaining. And we got some comedians in there too. So I have a great time in there. And I'm telling you, I'm going to absolutely crush tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to it. If you want to be a part of it, it is going to be the first link down below in the description. We've got money printers within there. And we're going to absolutely print tomorrow. I'm going to leave it off at that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I will see you within the next video.